can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Boy, all that like Keenan. Still got crack, they fiendin'. Flow still hot like Phoenix. Shine so bright, I'm gleaming. This off top, I'm tweaking. Fresh out the rat like Neiman. And I'm still tryna fight my demons. Cause we all gotta act like Tina. That's why I gotta ride with the Nina. Outside, it's a war going on. Make me put my hands on my head like the Macarena. They want you walking on board like Kima. Ain't give a F to you like John Cena. Putting blood on the brand new Beamer. Tryna earn they stripes like Adidas. You get cold when you ride with the heater. It'll turn you to a dog like a Keto. And expose to a cat like a cheetah. They smoke my partner like reefer. Dímelo porque o no entiendo, mi gente must really need Jesus. Shed real blood, I never seen the crypt and I believe it. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. I can do this with my eyes closed. It's too easy. Too easy. It's too easy. I've been there, done it, seen it. Y'all just talk, don't live it. And just took that route, that seen it. Now I'm so outspoken like Reason. Jimmy Neutron boy, Young G's. And I'm a self-made man out of Sweden. And it's
Welcome in. Sean, what's up? Happy Wednesday, everybody. We had a good day yesterday. I profited around 3.5 units on college basketball. I also won the one NBA play that I put in, that I bet. So yeah, overall it was a good day. It was a good day in college basketball. We needed that. Let's build some momentum. Let's build up our bankrolls because we have, I know I've said this Dewan, what's up? I know I've said this the last few weeks that like Saturday was like my favorite college. This Saturday's college basketball is absolutely insane. Mitchell, Stephanie, what's up? This Saturday's college basketball slate is absolutely insane. So we got that. Mitchell, PGA. Yeah, we got golf. We're going to talk a little golf today. I don't really know if I like any outrights. I think this might be, especially with the weather, I think this might be, I mean, I have been destroying the PGA market on those 3 balls and matchups. So that it might be one of those weeks for me. I might wait, see how these guys play tomorrow. And then Friday, Saturday, we will hit those 3 balls and matchups. There could be some 3-unit plays on Saturday for sure. I'll be looking into it on Friday night. So just be alert. Normally, 11 p.m. midnight around around that time frame, I might be posting some early looks for Saturday. I'll try to do it earlier than that, but it just depends when the lines come out. They've been posting them like for the Saturday slate. They've been pretty good about posting them on Friday afternoon because the last few weeks I've been able to talk about it on Friday. So we'll see what happens. I actually don't know if I'll have a stream on Friday because I have to go out of town. So we're going to see about that. If I can't do a stream on Friday, I might try and do a recorded video on Friday night and post it. I know the viewership on it is not going to be crazy, but just to have that out, I may do that. And I might do that moving forward, honestly, just because the Saturday slates are so big once we get into, this time of year and then conference tournaments. So I'm going to explore the option on that. But Friday evening, I will have some stuff up for Saturday. There could be some 3-unit plays, bro, for sure. I'm going to go here. I'll read 3 balls have been really good to a shot. I've been destroying that. And we're not even in the good tournaments yet. I mean, this is the first elevated event of the year. It's a little bit different because it's a pro-am, but they're doing it differently now than they have in the past. But, I mean, this is the first time we're getting, like, all the guys playing. Let me read you guys off. I don't know if you guys have looked at this. These are the games we have on Saturday. And this is just Jim. Yeah, 3 balls have been printing. I love it. I'm excited for this golf season. This is just the ranked games on Saturday. Because there'll be other games that are good that don't have a ranked team in them. But for Saturday, First and foremost, at noon on Fox, we got UConn and St. John's. Rick Pitino hosting the number 1 team in the country in Madison Square Garden. Absolutely electric game. UConn St. John's to start us off. We also have Texas TCU's a solid game. Utah State, San Diego State. If you guys have been watching the Mountain West Conference, that's a really good game. But UConn St. John's is the highlight of the early window. And then when we move into the afternoon at 4 p.m., Houston, Kansas, and Allen Fieldhouse in Kansas, absolutely great game. I could see, man, that's a tough one. Just obviously, I have no idea what the line's going to be, but Kansas does not lose at home. I mean, they're just unbelievable. There's Allen Fieldhouse voodoo going on, but Houston, I think, is significantly better team. You guys know I'm not very high on Kansas this season. Duke, North Carolina at night, 6:30. Iowa State, Baylor at night at 8. Tennessee, Kentucky at 8:30. Like, just absolutely insane games on Saturday. So we will. There could be some 3-unit plays. I'm gonna be interested to see what that UConn St. John's line is, because St. John's looks like they're getting healthier. I think Dingle's gonna be back tonight. So you get them at home. UConn's been really, really good. I don't know. We could be on St. John's on Saturday, depending on what that line is. But let's get back on track here and talk about tonight. It's Wednesday. If you guys have questions on anything, go ahead and ask. I'm going to go through the college games. There's one NBA play I'm interested in today in terms of a side, which we'll talk about as well. But let's dive in here. Also, Seattle hired their coach, the Seahawks, Mike McDonald. Not a shocker. I think I said that yesterday. That's who they were going to hire. If I didn't on this stream, then I said it on whatever else I was on. But yeah, good hire. I think he's the youngest coach in NFL history, which is pretty cool. But let's start out here. Northwestern, Purdue, 6:30, first game of the night. I think Purdue flat out. I think Purdue rolls here. Purdue should win this game by 20. And if they don't, it's simply because they're Purdue and they do things that don't make sense. So if you guys know anything about me, I hate Purdue. I don't hate Purdue, the school. I hate Purdue's basketball program. I've made literally thousands of dollars fading this Purdue team in March Madness the last few years. So the fact that I despise them, I think they suck. I hate Matt Painter. I hate Zach Edey. I am not a hater when it comes to athletes. If there's one athlete that I actively hate, it is Zach Edey. Zach Edey is not good at basketball. He's just a big ogre that is bigger than everybody, and he has no actual basketball skills. So I despise this team. So the fact that I'm on them tonight shows you how good of a spot it is. They should win this game by 20. Northwestern has been playing, I don't want to say above their heads, because they have a solid team. Purdue gets hyped every season. Yeah, they're just it's going to be the same story this year, where every year the storyline is, but this year's different because this is the best Purdue team ever. Yeah, it's going to be the same story. So I'm just going to tell you now, I have won, and I can provide proof of this. When we get to March Madness, everyone will tell you guys, listen to me, whatever. You can listen to whoever you want. But I have legitimate proof that I have won bracket pools with over 200 people in them 4 of the last 5 years. So I'm just going to, you go listen to whoever you want. I can't tell you for sure because I have no idea, but I probably will be fading Purdue once again. And people will tell you it's a different story. It's the best Purdue team ever. I don't care. I hate Matt Painter. Anyways, they should roll tonight. Northwestern is a good team, but they are coming off. They've played great. They just beat Illinois. They beat Ohio State. They beat Purdue the last time they played them. All these games were at home. They're not as good on the road. Purdue is, they are one of the best teams in the country. I just don't think that they're going to win the national title. But they're really, really good at home in Mackey Arena. Northwestern, I'm willing to sell them after their recent run here. Purdue has lost to Northwestern the last 2 times they've played, but they're laying 13.5 tonight. They are going to destroy Northwestern tonight. I think they're going to win the game by 20. So that's my call for tonight. I think Purdue rolls. And if they don't, it's simply because Purdue knows I hate them and they're doing it out of spite towards me. But I think Purdue rolls Northwestern tonight. Alabama, Georgia is a really, really good game too. I'm a little bit lower on this Georgia team. I think they're kind of fraudulent. Now, that's not to say that I love Alabama. I don't love. I don't think Alabama could ever contend for a national title because they're just never good enough on the defensive end. They're always really good offensively. They live and die by the three. This season in particular, it hasn't been as much live and die by the three as the past few years, but they're just never good enough defensively to contend for national title. So I never really loved Bama, but I don't think this Georgia team's quite as good as they've been playing. And I think that Alabama just matches up really, really well against them. So I definitely would not be on Georgia here. 6 is a lot to lay on the road. But Georgia's also dealing with some players potentially out due to an illness going around the team. So I don't know. Like, we're not going to know who's playing or who's not closer to tip off of the game. But lean for me would be Alabama in this game. I think Alabama money line's safe for a money line parlay. There's overs in any of these Georgia games are fine. Both these teams play fast. There should be, a lot of points scored. But I'm not taking anything here in terms of the spread, but I would lean towards Alabama. I think Alabama is just too good overall for Georgia to keep pace with them, especially if they're missing some guys due to an illness. So I would lean towards Bama in that game, but probably not taking it. St. John's Xavier, in these close games like this, I typically lean towards the home team, but not going to take anything here either. Like I said, I think Dingle's going to be back for St. John's tonight. St. John's, I think I've gone back and forth on if they're like a good basketball team, but end of the day, they have Rick Pitino, and that's kind of all that matters. So I'll probably be avoiding this game as a whole. Cincy, West Virginia, there's a ton of money on West Virginia here because they're at home. I don't know. It's kind of the same situation as this game. Like, I don't really love West Virginia, but they are at home, so that obviously that matters. But that's also baked into the line, and that's why they're 4-point favorites. I definitely think Cincy's the better team, but Cincy's not the type of team that I'm really looking to back on the road. So I'm going to pass on that one. Richmond Fordham, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter on Fordham in this game, and the line's moving towards Fordham, but I like Richmond here. It's not going to be one of my bigger unit plays, but I do like Richmond. So I would wait till we get closer to lock, see if this line keeps moving since it's moving towards Fordham. See if you can get it down to like a point or something, or the money line down to like -120, -125. I think Richmond is just the better team. I don't think Fordham's very good. Richmond's been really, really hot, so I understand, the line. They're on the road. Maybe this is the letdown spot, but I don't know if Fordham can like really exploit anything that Richmond would do bad. Like, Richmond's really, really good. They just took first place over in the A10 after they beat Dayton. Richmond's good. So I'm willing to back Richmond here, even on the road, but it's not going to be a big play for me. But I do lean Richmond in this game. And I only commenting on this because I've seen quite a few people on Fordham tonight, and I just don't love it. I think Richmond's miles better. USF ECU, don't really have a lean here. USF's been playing really, really good, so maybe this, similar to Richmond, could be a sell high spot on USF, but don't love anything there. Don't love anything in the Baylor game. I don't like to bet on them away from home, really. Yeah, I mean, UCF, they're not a great team, but they did beat Kansas at home. Kansas has sucked on the road, but granted, I mean, I think Baylor can suck on the road too. So UCF, I think Baylor should win the game, but UCF does have a win over Kansas at home. I'll probably pass there. Notre Dame, Virginia, I don't think Notre Dame has any chance in this game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. As you can see here, this total, 114, and it's moved down to 113.5. I can't lay 13 points in a 113.5 total. There's just, there's too little room for error in a low-scoring game for Virginia to cover that 13 points. I think Virginia definitely wins the game, but I guess it's under or pass. Typically, when we get these real low totals like this, it's kind of like what we were doing in college football, where it's like you can't set the total low enough. So if I see like a 114 total, I'm fine just give me the under. We did that a couple times last season and it worked out. So under or pass for me in this game, but I definitely think Virginia wins. Don't like anything here. A lot of mid-majors. Yeah, I don't love any of these games. I don't really have anything on these games. Chicago State and Duquesne's an interesting game. So if you guys don't know, Chicago State is not in a they're like I think they're the only team not in a conference. So they're playing like a smaller schedule this year. They play a lot of road games. They beat Northwestern in Evanston earlier this season. So it's just like a weird team to look out with. They only play, I think they only have like a few more games because they're not in a conference. They're not playing a conference schedule. So it's just like a weird team. I'm not going to bet on anything on the game, but just an interesting note there. Duquesne sucks. So like if Chicago State beat if Duquesne lost tonight, I would not be surprised like whatsoever. But Florida, Kentucky, this is a good game. Kentucky should get Dillingham back tonight. He missed their last game. He was sick. But it sounds like he's going to play tonight. Florida's not a bad team, but they're much better at home. I mean, that's kind of the same story for a lot of these. Like when you get a lot of these just mid teams in these conference games, they're just always better at home. So I'm completely fine with Kentucky here. The lines moved down from 6.5 to 6. I would wait and see maybe if you could get like a 5 or 5.5. But with Dillingham back in Rupp, I think you could take Kentucky there pretty comfortably. Should be a super high scoring game. I mean, look at this total here, 172.5. It's come down a few points, but I mean, there's nothing even look at these totals. There's nothing even in the same stratosphere as a 172.5. So this should be a really high scoring game. Kentucky defense is not good. Florida's defense is not good. Both their offenses are good though. So yeah, I think we should see some points here, and it should be a fun game to watch. But I just wait and see if you can get like a 5.5 on Kentucky. I'm fine with Kentucky tonight. I like Missouri over Arkansas. We've been fading Arkansas for the majority of the season, especially on the road. So I would be cool with Missouri here. If you want to lay the 5.5, that's fine. If you want to put them in a money line parlay, you could take maybe even like a Kentucky Missouri money line parlay could be something you could look at. You could throw in Rutgers down here, which we'll talk about. I don't love to bet on Rutgers, but they're just so good at home. It's hard not to. Penn State is one of the worst Big Ten teams. Rutgers is not a great team in their own right, but really, really good at home. So, you can always throw them in like a money line parlay when they're at home, but maybe Missouri, Kentucky is something you could look at. UConn should beat Providence, but yeah, I'm just no real interest in betting that game. And then to end the night here, North Texas is good at home, but I'm not laying 6.5 with them. Auburn, I'm not laying 18.5. Boise, New Mexico, this is a fun game. This is a lot of points. 11 is a lot. I'm not laying 11 points with New Mexico, but if you guys haven't followed it or if you weren't around Sunday, I was talking about it a little bit. Like New Mexico does not lose at home. They don't lose in the pit. This crowd, they have one of the best atmospheres in the entire country. This place is going to be rowdy. It was insane on Sunday for that Sunday night game. It's going to be the same story tonight. Boise is not a bad team, and Boise needs wins. They just dropped a game at home to who was at Utah State. They just lost to on Saturday at home. They needed that game. They got to start and get some wins here. But it's just really, really tough to go into New Mexico and win. So definitely like New Mexico to win this game, but 11 is a lot. I don't think I can lay that 11 points. I think the play here would be either bet New Mexico first half or wait and see how the game starts, and maybe you can get a better line than 11 in the game, like during the game for a live bet. That's probably how I would play this, or just bet New Mexico first half. It's so easy for them to start fast at home with that crowd. So I would look at first half for New Mexico or look to live bet them. I'm not going to lay 11, but I mean, they don't lose at home. So Other than that, that about does it for the CBB games tonight. For me, Purdue's far and away my favorite spot. I think Purdue rolls tonight. And there's a couple other spots, that I like but don't love. So really my only like big action tonight's probably going to be on Purdue. As far as NBA goes, it has to be the Miami Heat tonight. They are minus 130. It looks like on the money line live. I bet you can get a better number than that somewhere. They're at home against Sacramento. I think they're on a 7-game losing streak. Someone in chat can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I don't think they've won a game in 7 games. I told you guys this two days. I don't know if it was Monday this week or Friday last week, but these teams, these NBA teams that make a trade for a decently good player, they always go on a skid. I swear. It happens every time. We saw it with James Harden this season. We saw it with Pascal Siakam this season. The Pacers traded for him, went on a skid. The Clippers traded for James Harden. They lost like 5 games in a row after that. It always happens. The Heat traded for Rozier, haven't won since they got Rozier. Tonight, that's going to change. At home against the Kings, they're favored. It has to be the Miami Heat tonight. They are going to win this basketball game, and I'm going to be betting Miami on the money line. And, I mean, you can just see right here, Kings, public as hell, because Miami hasn't won a game. Where's that line going? In favor of Miami. They're getting 43% of the money line tickets. They're getting 40% of the spread tickets, but that line's moving towards them. It's going to keep moving. Miami Heat are winning this basketball game tonight. Heat have lost 7 in a row. Yeah, TP. The Heat are winning this game tonight. So give me Miami on the money line. Grab it now. Let me see here. Let me see where the best line is. Tonight they're reversing this curse of not having won a game. It's minus 134 on FanDuel. Let me see here. Minus 130 on DK. Minus 135 on Ben. Yeah. So DK at minus 130 or Caesars apparently has minus 120, but I don't have a Caesars account. So if you have Caesars, maybe you can get minus 120. I'm not sure if that was accurate or not, but love Miami tonight. That's my favorite NBA play. They are going to win tonight, I think. So maybe I'll do maybe you could parlay Heat and like New Mexico or something in college basketball, even if you want to do something like that. Or Heat and Purdue even. I mean, Purdue, this is a big thing, but still, I mean, it's going to increase the odds a little bit. So I like Miami tonight. That's my favorite basketball play. I will be live tomorrow at 3. And then, like I said, I don't know. Actually, tomorrow's stream, I will have a stream. It might be earlier, though. I'll tweet out in the morning, whatever time I'm going live. So be sure to follow me on Twitter. And I'll tweet it out. But I will be going live tomorrow to break down. Tomorrow, we'll probably talk mostly NBA because Thursdays for college basketball aren't usually very good. It's usually a lot of mid-major action. So probably be an NBA night for me tomorrow. And maybe we'll take an early look at some Super Bowl props maybe. And then Friday, I don't think I'll have a stream, but I'm going to try and have a college basketball video out on Friday night for the Saturday games because it's just an electric slate. So make sure you guys tap into that. Sign up at betkarma.com/pricing to get access to my cards. So then you don't have to watch the stream. You can just send to your phone. You'll know exactly what I'm betting, how much I'm betting it for every single day. It's super easy. Post my picks in the Discord. I mean, I'll have a fat card up for Saturday if I had to imagine. Are you still doing that prop up into Super Bowl? Yeah, I'm going to start that. Maybe we'll start that tomorrow because I want to start it to leave room in case we lose a couple days because I'm going to start it at like $10 and see how far we can run it up. So maybe we'll start that tomorrow, and then that gives us room for a couple days if we lose. Because then we have all next week because I don't fly out till Vegas. I fly out to Vegas on Super Bowl Sunday morning. So that'll give us all next week to do that. But I am going to do that still. So maybe we'll start that tomorrow. Minus 120 on Caesars. Yeah, that's the best line. So take that or parlay. If you parlayed that on Caesars with Purdue, you'd be getting close to even money. Then drop it all in red at the roulette table. Maybe. it depends what I can get this up to. If I can get 10 to even like 100 in a couple days, I will either do that and record it, or I'll just put it all on a Super Bowl prop, like a touchdown score or something, like a plus money touchdown or a first touchdown or something. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, we'll start that tomorrow. But yeah, sign up betcomer.com/pricing. Mitchell, I didn't talk PGA, but I'll tweet out my picks. There's a couple outrights I'm looking at. I just don't love it. I don't love it with the weather. I think that with the weather, it would be better to live bet this tournament than to take a ton pre-flop. So probably not going to take a ton of outrights, but I'll definitely be hitting the 3 balls. They'll be posted in the Discord, on Twitter, all that good stuff. I'm not going to the Super Bowl, Sean. I don't think. I'm just going to be in Vegas, but maybe. I mean, there's some people that we know, like, I don't know. I could end up at the game, but it's probably unlikely because I'm not spending $8,000 on a ticket to go to the Super Bowl. So if I know someone, then they'll get me in. Maybe, I would consider going, but I'm not. I'm just not. So good luck with your bets tonight. Hopefully we make some money. I'll be live tomorrow. Like I said, not sure what time though. I'll tweet it out. So if you guys can't make it live, you can watch back the replay. But we will start. We'll start the Road to Vegas parlay challenge, betting challenge tomorrow. Good luck with your bets tonight, and I'll see you on Thursday.